All right, so where I left off was this. Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I don't care whose feelings I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna lay back so I can talk about this. I actually feel like men are more realistic when it comes to dating and what they feel like they deserve in return than women. And I know I'm about to lose some followers, but I don't care. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna call it the Disney effect. It is. From the life of me, I can't think of many movies and or cartoons, children's books, where a man of meager means, poor slave, maybe except for Aladdin, but even he had a genie and he had a come up. But like, I can't think of like many movies where an average or below average man got with a princess or a queen. And like, it was happily ever after, right? And that was romantic. Like, it's not romanticized the same way as when you think about Sleeping Beauty, when you think about Cinderella. You think about all these Disney movies where a woman of meager means warped all the attention that Prince was getting from all other women, and he had his eyes fixed on her. Broke ass. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that movie plays out so much. I even talked about Pretty Woman. Prostitute ends up getting with this rich guy. Bridgerton on Netflix, the same thing. Average looking woman, average means, really no social status at all. End up getting with the Duke of, what was the name? The Duke of something. The Duke of something, right? It happens all the time. Whereas for men, it's not the same way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody says Shrek. No, they both was kind of, first of all, no, I'm not going to give you Shrek. Okay? Cause she was, she was Shrekky too. I'm not going to give you Shrek. Okay? We're not going to give you Shrek. So here's my point. My point is, there's an expectation that men are supposed to settle, quote unquote, when it comes to dating, whereas women are supposed to date up. And that theory has been romanticized over and over and over again, where it's become the norm. An average guy in his wildest dreams could not imagine being in a relationship with a woman that's taller than him, makes more money than him, and on the scale of 1 to 10 on looks, is better looking than him. It just never happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point it does, but it's just not enough to speak of, right? But typically, the reverse can be true a lot. There's men that are on a scale of 1 to 10, better looking than their counterpart, make more money than their counterpart, and probably has higher social status than their counterpart. And it's been accepted. So I feel like women date up, whereas men typically date. If dating down was the thing, I hate up and down because, listen, I'm just going off of statistics. I'm not saying dating down and like you're not a great person inside. But women, it's just normal for women to date up. And it's normal for men to kind of date down, if that makes sense. Because we've been watching the same things y'all been watching. So just like you watch Cinderella and you visualize yourself being Cinderella and getting that prince, we in the same token visualize ourselves being that prince and saving that woman. And so now you have a lot of dudes that have that hero complex. Like, yo, instead of finding somebody that's on my level, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, I'm okay with finding someone that I can feel like a hero for. You know, when you think of Sleeping Beauty, all these, we was watching the same movies y'all was watching. Watch the same shit. And you visualize it yourself. So therefore, we typically have, let me tell you this, because it's not normal for men to, are socially, acceptable, and are it just, even if a man wanted to, it's just almost impossible for. It's almost impossible for a man to date up. Cause y'all ain't going for it. Like women, you just not going for it. Hold on. You mean I'm taller than him, make more money than him, and look better than him? He got the nerve to try to talk to me? You know, you might give somebody a chance, but it just doesn't happen often. So, men, we have been rejected enough to know that we have a sweet spot of candidates. We know where our lane is, right? And we know that we don't even get mad when other people that's quote unquote higher ranked than us as dating candidates don't give us attention because we like realistic about our shit. But then I feel like for women, it's always that Cinderella hope. Like for real, sometimes you know, for real, you know you ain't really got your shit together, right? You got to know that. Like, unless you're just really oblivious, like, and this is not to all you guys, and this might not even be most of you guys. It's some people though. Trust me, it's some people, because I coach y'all and I'll be listening to y'all talk and I'll be like, but it's like it's just a lack of realism. It's like you like, okay, it happened to Cinderella, so it can happen to me. It happened to, what's her name? Gianna Jolie. What's her name? Julia Roberts. It happened to her. It can happen to me. But the thing is, it does happen enough for where I feel like, you know, it's okay. You know, if you quote unquote are an average woman, I can understand why you would say I can still get a great guy, like a high value guy, because it happens. And I feel like it happens because guys have that hero complex. So let me just break it down for how I feel. Okay. Fellas, most of you guys are realistic about your dating standards. You know, most of you guys know that you an average worker, living an average life, and you going to be okay with an average wife. Most of you guys. I don't have a problem with that. And see, I think we stigmatize the word average like it's bad. Like, nah, I mean, average in terms of you're going to have an average size home. You're going to go on your average number of vacations a year. Your kids are going to go to an averagely decent school, but you're going to have a lot of love there. And you don't got a problem with that. The average guy don't have a problem with that. You know, and I feel like a lot of women don't have a problem with that either. But if that average guy is like, man, I'm upset with my average wife, I think I need to be with a supermodel. I'm like, well, you don't got be with the supermodel stats, bruh. Like, it just not, you not going to do that. You 5'7". Supermodels are 5'8", 5'9", bro. You just not. Supermodel want the athlete, want the movie star, want the millionaire guy. And you know what? The supermodel tend to get that guy, right? But I feel like on a reverse. Okay, now let me stay on guys. So now staying on guys, right? So you got the average guy that knows, okay, I'm cool with the average woman. And if anybody tells me that I can't get a supermodel, I'm going to be like, yeah, you're right. Because I'm just not. Listen, I can't get a supermodel. It just is what it is. I can't get it. Now, I think the person I talk to look like a supermodel, but I'm not Tom Brady. Like, I'm not about to be dating Gisele Bundchen. Like, she not going to holler at me like that. At least I don't think so. At least I don't think so. I don't think Naomi Campbell checking for a dude in Dayton, Ohio. In my head, I just don't think that she's doing that. But then you have high quality. You have high quality men, right? Now, here's my advice to high quality men. And ladies, you're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna talk about it. High quality men, I feel like you gotta get over your hero complex, man. I just think you do. I think you do. I think if you date a woman, you should date a woman for what she can also give to you as well. And I know that and you know that adage, there's more joy in giving than receiving. And I think sometimes men get in that Captain Save a Girl mode and they like, yo, I just want to give to this one person. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but I think you should also date with your worth as well. I feel like a lot of men, especially high status men, they date down, you know, and I feel like sometimes they are dissatisfied eventually, because what it becomes about is you have someone that's so impressed and enamored with what you have and who you are and your status, and that flatters you, that strokes your ego, but that stuff wears off. And then you look at your partner and you be like, yo, what am I getting out of this? Like, you know, what am I getting out of this? Like, yeah, she loves me, but what else? And a lot of times the answer is you don't really feel satisfied there. When as a person, maybe you should have challenged yourself to find a woman that was more ambitious, a woman that was more driven, or a woman that was more skilled if you're looking for someone that's great around the house, great with children, et cetera, to speak life into you. But then you look around and you figure out that you're the main motivator in the relationship. You're the main breadwinner in the relationship. You really don't feel like you can defer to her because you don't feel like she's capable. And the way we get hung up for men a lot of times is because we're not caring, because we value women as to what they look like. And I made the video yesterday. I'm like, what you look like is cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with what you look like. But shit, what do she do, bruh? Like, what do she do? Brother, what do she do, yo? Like, men, we have to start being as transactional as women are, because that's our problem. A woman will not get with a man unless he can do something for her. Like, he gotta do something. I mean, it ain't gotta be a lot, but you gotta do something. Like, you look good, you funny, but nigga, what do you do? What the fuck do you do? And I feel like, men, we need to start doing that too. Like, I get it. She look good, bruh. You know, she stroked your ego a little bit. Y'all had sex and you infatuated, but what does she do? What is she bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, something. Like, what are you getting out of this? And before men and women get mad at me for saying that, fellas, don't have no shame in it. You know why? Because that woman wouldn't be with you if you ain't do anything either. If you wasn't doing nothing, she wouldn't be with you neither. So I think you should be with her also based off of what she does. Oh, I didn't hit the record button. Oh, I hit it right there though. My life is saved. My life is saved. I was like, I didn't hit the record button. I hit it right there. Cool. Cool. Now focusing on going back to women real quick then, for just briefly. I feel like now the focus of this conversation, now when it comes to women, I do feel like the reason why some women don't find partners is because of there's a oh, this gonna sound bad. Listen, I promise I'm not Kevin Samuels, okay? But I do want to talk about this. All right. You not Cinderella. I mean, you might be. You might be. I don't want to say that. You might be Cinderella, right? You might be. Right? You might be. Maybe. Very low chance of that, though. Very low. Very low chance, man. I mean, you could be, but it's very low chance. You know, but as far as I'm concerned, Cinderella got Prince Charming, whatever his name was it Prince Charming, whoever it was. Cinderella got him because her fairy godmother came and dressed her up in this dress, put the baddest slippers in the whole motherfucking village on her feet, turned her little rat friends into horses, a pumpkin into a carriage. Right? People be forgetting that. People act like Prince Charming just randomly walked in that house and saw her in her, and her cleaning shit with the holes in it and playing and talking to rats. Like if whatever his name was, right? If he came into the house and saw her talking to the rats and stuff, and he'd be like, this is a crazy woman right there, right? That's what he would say. So my point is, I don't think a lot of you have fairy god mothers that's gonna come and just glow your life up like that. Cinderella caught his attention because she glued up. Now, because you don't got a fairy godmother, you gonna have to glow up without the fairy godmother. So are you glowed up right now? You know what I'm saying? Are you attention like grabbing? Like, are you doing those things to grab someone's attention? I think you can obviously find your Prince Charming, but you gotta work for it. And I'll say this, like, there's this misconception that he should find you. Y'all gonna like this. You not gonna like what I'm about to say. All right, I'm about to say it, and I don't care. Man. All right. Oh, man. All right. Listen. You're not gonna like this part, but y'all know it. You just don't get mad at me for saying it. The qualified men know that they're qualified. The market says so. Everyone is trying to holler at that same qualified guy. Now, some of you guys live in different cities. So if you live in like, San Francisco, and there's a whole bunch of really qualified guys. But, in San Francisco, never mind. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down. But my point is, but a lot of us live in small towns, right? You live in a small town, Albuquerque, or, Walla Walla, Washington. You live in, Defiance, Ohio, Richmond, Indiana. You live in Lansing, Michigan. You know what I mean? It's a few guys, right? And because everyone is fair game for them. Like, it's not the same for guys. Like, every high quality woman is not fair game for every guy. So the competition is less. Like, guys know for a fact they can't holler at this woman. She is out of her league. But because of the way guys date, every woman is now an option for him, whether she is unemployed, got a job, or a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, every woman is an option for a guy. Every reasonable, good woman. But be honest, and y'all be honest with me. For a high quality woman, not every good guy is an option. Because he has to be a good guy with a good job, make more money, and be taller. Cut off a lot of shit, right? So now let's get back to that guy. So let's get back to that high quality guy. Every woman is an option for him. A high quality guy will marry a woman that makes $100,000 a year, or he'll marry a woman that makes $25,000 a year. Don't care. That doesn't matter. So when you're talking about how a guy chooses a woman, typically it's based off of how good of a person she actually is. And I know y'all I know y'all want to disagree with that, but I'll be honest. A man will like you. Now, I'm talking about a man. I ain't talking about boys, and I ain't talking about fuck boys, narcissists. I'm talking about a really qualified man with his head on straight. A man will like you for you. Now I said before he should like you for you and what you can do, but a man will like you for you. He get to know you and shit, and he don't really care how much you make and how bad your credit score is. Shit, you got the 300. Your credit score to 300s. You go try to get try to get approved for a little Best Buy card. Your credit score be like, nigga, please. Your credit score be like, now you know. You know what I mean? Like, but a guy don't care because the guy be like, man, I like her. Don't matter. Don't matter if she's shorter than I am or taller than I am. Don't matter, man. I like her, man. Now, you gotta probably look good. But see, here's the thing. Broke women can look good as well. So, like, yeah, you gotta look good probably and be a nice person. And the guy give you a chance. That guy can be a high value guy. Now, I want to answer this honestly. Ladies, is it the same way for high quality women? It is not. Be honest with me. I don't want you to lie to me. Don't lie to my face. It is not the same for high quality women. A high quality woman will not just be with a guy because he's a good guy. He got, like I said, be honest. No. Or a good guy to look good. No. Let you be shorter than her, bruh. Oh, man. Let you make drastically less money than she does. Hell no. Let you not be functional in some type of way. Like, let you not be able to add something to her life. She ain't checking for you. So here we go. So let's just imagine that there are the same amount of high quality women and the same amount of high quality men. For a second, let's just imagine same number of both, right? We know the high quality woman will typically not date down. So her options are less. The high quality man will date down in terms of statistics. So it doesn't matter if the woman he dates makes money or not money. Doesn't matter what she typically does for a career. Her statistics matters not compared to what she looks like and how good of a person she is. Again, so that means that high value man has more options than the high value woman because he doesn't disqualify as many women as the woman automatically disqualifies men. And I'm using generalizations. There's always exceptions to the rule. I don't want to get into semantics with you guys, but typically that's true. This is why you would find that more successful women have harder times finding partners than successful men. Now, two things can happen here. Either every guy, high quality guy, can be like, you know what? I only want a high quality woman. And again, for everybody that's commenting right now, high quality mean what type of person you are. Okay, grab that. Would you date a high quality man that was 4 inches shorter than you and made $20,000 less than you a year? Would you? He's a good person though. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me. You saying all that matters, what makes you high quality is your heart. Let's pretend he got a real good heart, but he's short and he ain't making no money. Y'all lying to me. Women, why are you lying to me? What? Okay. No. Let me rephrase it. If you consider yourself to be high value, if you are a woman right now that's watching and you make over $70,000 a year, you got your own car, your own home, you got a career, a trajectory, right? You actually bring things to the table, right? Not because some of the women are saying yes is because, you know, y'all shit ain't together. But your shit is all the way together. You telling me that if you met a good ass man, you wouldn't even define a man as good if his shit ain't together. That's how society looks at us. The man is at least 4 inches shorter than you and makes significantly less money than you do. But he a good person. You ain't dating him. Don't lie to me. Do not sit here and lie to me. Why are y'all lying to me? I get sick of this shit. Yes, I would. If you didn't have no other options. So you meaning to tell me, you meaning to tell me, first of all, you wouldn't even know he's a good guy. You know how? Because you're not reading that book. You're not going to be attracted enough to this man in order to give him the time of day to prove to you that he's a good guy on the inside. Y'all, why are y'all lying to me? I don't get it. You want to be so right about this. Like, you want to act like you're not shallow so bad. He's 4 inches shorter than you makes half the money you do and don't really significantly contribute anything tangible to the relationship besides the fact that he has a good heart. And he ain't really good looking. You consider that man high value to you? First of all, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, because I want to be specific and intentional about this. Let's do this. What does value mean? Value has to do with how much something is worth, either in terms of cash or importance. One more time. Ooh. Noun, value, a quality that renders something desirable or valuable. Don't none of y'all be highly desiring a man that's 4 inches shorter than you that don't make no damn money. It is not what you thought all your life desiring. You didn't desire that. Like, you will settle for it, but you do not lie to me. But my point is, I think women have more disqualifiers than men. So going back to that point, you got that same high quality man and that same high quality woman. That man doesn't have as many disqualifiers. It is harder to make $100,000 a year than it is to be pretty. Think about it. Most people are average looking or above. Average means half or above. Most people are average or above. You know, it's hard to find somebody you be like, man, they ugly. You may see a person here and there that you be like, oh, bless her heart, or bless his heart. Or you be like, oh yeah, they got a good personality, right? It's here and there you say that. But trust me, it is harder to make $100,000 a year than to be handsome. All right, watch this. Let me prove it. Percent of people that make 100,000. All right, 100,000, 100K, right? 9% of Americans are earning $100,000 or more. 9%. Nigga, that's 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10? That mean 1 out of 10. 90% of people are already gone. If that's one of your standards, already gone. 1 out of 10. Listen, I imagine at least 6 out of 10 people look good, right? At least 6 out of 10 is like, you look at them and be like, all right, it's manageable. I think it's harder to, so, okay, bow. So then you take that same 9%. So, all right, hold this math. 1 out of 10 people make over $100,000. All right, percent of men over 6 feet. In this population, only 14% of men are over 6 feet. So, okay. So take the 1 out of 10 that makes over $100,000, right? And then out of that 1 out of 10, only 15% of those 1 out of 10 is 6 feet and makes over $100,000 a year. Now you're in this. Now you in the two out of 100 men. 2 out of 100 men makes over $100,000 a year and are 6 feet. And we didn't even put other things in there. We didn't even put how they look. We already just half the people look good, right? So now you got one of those 2 dudes are ugly. So now you got 2 dudes that are 6 feet and make over $100,000 a year, right? And one of those niggas is ugly. So now you got 1 out of 100 people. 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100. And then you got to hope that you find him first. Because sis already snatched him up. Sis already got him. So, okay, how many people are percentage of men that are married? Somebody write this down. Somebody write this down. All right, because somebody write this down. We doing math. 54% are married. All right, so now you a half a guy. Now you ain't got a full guy, right? You got a half a guy, a half of a guy out of 100. And you know what? I'm glad it's a half of a guy, because 2 of y'all probably sharing him anyway. That's probably why the statistics say half of a guy. So here we are. Out of 100 people, 100 men surveyed. Out of 100 surveyed men, there is only 2 men. Hold on. There's only 10 men out of 100 that makes over $100,000. Then out of those 10 men, only 14 or only 1.4 of those men are over 6 feet. So now we round up and say 2 out of 100, 2 out of 100 are 6 feet and make 6 figures. Then half of those people are married. So that leaves you one guy. And half the people gonna be ugly. So that leaves you with half of a guy, or 1 in 200. So out of 1 in 200 guys, if you are a person that says, I want a man that's 6 feet, makes 6 figures, looks good, and is single, you talking about roughly about 1 in 200 bruh. That's hard. That's bad math, man. It's bad math. Listen to me. In my face. May the odds be with you. What's the hunger? That's a Hunger Games. That's how y'all be battling for those few men. And you don't think that man know he's so rare? You don't think he know, oh, I'm 6 foot, I look good, I'm single, and I make 6 figures? Ain't too many of me around. Hey, getting a man like that is like playing in the Hunger Games. It is not for the weak. It is not for a woman that does not want to compete. If you ain't trying to be Katniss, if your name ain't Katniss, if you ain't trying to compete for real, volunteer yourself as Tribune, you probably shouldn't fight that fight. Listen to me. It is hard out here for that type of man. It's hard. And here's the thing. Every woman is fair game for that type of man, though. That's what I'm saying. That type of man, he only cares, I'm telling you, he doesn't have those disqualifiers. You do not have to be a certain height for him. That type of man, if he's over 6 feet, odds are you won't be close to 6 feet. Even if you're tall for a woman, you might be 5'11", you may be 6 feet, but he's over it, so you're not going to be taller than him. That type of man to date a woman that's 5 foot, 5'2", 5'4", 4'9", it doesn't matter. That type of man that's making $100,000 a year don't really care how much you make. So he's not disqualified with you having to make a certain amount. He doesn't care. That type of man only cares about a couple things. Do you look good? And do you have a good personality? And here's the thing. I believe most of you guys are good people on the inside. And I believe most of you guys are attractive in some way. Here's the thing. You can have a decent face and a great body and a guy still talk to you. You can have no body and a great face and he'll still talk to you. Sometimes you can be average with a super good personality and he'll still talk to you. But here's the thing. Women disqualify so many men out of the equation and then wonder why you feel like you can't find somebody. Whereas men, there's more open because we don't use statistics necessarily to gauge whether or not we're going to talk to somebody or not. Then now is more. So going back to the point, and I want to just drop the mic on this one. So that same man, though, let's do the statistics for that same man. That same man only has to contend with what? If 6 out of 10 people are considered to be at least pretty, you know what I'm saying? And shit, it might be 7 out of 10. Like, I don't see women, really, me, myself, I don't see women and be like, oh, she's ugly, I never talked to her. I don't see many women like that. I would say there's vastly more women for men to choose from without those disqualifiers. So really, is she in shape? Probably, or close to being in shape. Is she pretty enough? And it ain't even got to be supermodel. Is she got a good personality? So that means so many more women for this man is fair game than it is the reverse. Would it be nice if only high quality men that we just defined talk to other high quality women? So he won't date a woman if she's under 6 feet. Oh, I don't know if that equates. That's stupid. Y'all, that's stupid. Let me be honest with y'all. That whole height requirement is dumb. It's dumb. The only thing that man can do that I can't do is reach a little higher than I can. That's it. What you mean? You ain't gonna talk to me because I'm 5'9"? You know what I mean? That's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like, a man would never be like, man, she ain't, I mean, I want somebody that's at least 6 foot. Like, I ain't never heard a guy do it. That's dumb. Well, it might not. Listen, if that's your choice, boo-boo, if that's your choice, boo-boo, then who am I? All right, so then we go. If that's your choice, boo-boo, then who am I? All right, so you have that, right? You have that. Now, so you have that. Yeah, I just think men have more options because we don't disqualify as much. So here's my point. As a woman, if you are going after that high quality man, is it possible for you to get him? Yes, because his standards is not like a high quality woman's standards. They're different. You don't have to make a certain amount of money or be a certain height in order to get a man's attention. So if you are Section 8 Betty, it is still possible for you to bag a baller. It is. Just is. It really is. Now, do you probably got to be cute? Yeah. Got to have body? Yeah. Dress up nice? Yeah. Have a personality? Yeah. But it's possible. Listen, man, if you are trailer park John, there is no way in hell you bagging a supermodel. It is no way in hell. And guys, we realize that. We be like, man, it ain't no hope for us. We don't even try. We don't try. All y'all try though, because it's possible. But again, it's like the Hunger Games out here, y'all. It's the Hunger Games. Hunger Games. If you are trying to compete for that 1 in 200 men, right? You gonna feel like it's Hunger Games. Like you might make it out. You might be the person to make. What did Katniss end up becoming? She ended up becoming the chosen one or some shit. What did they call her? The Firebird. Firebird. You might come out and be the Firebird, man. But you're gonna have to do some shit you ain't proud of to be that person. You know, you gonna have to be a Mockingbird. Was she the Mockingbird? Is it the Mockingbird or Firebird? Some shit. Mockingjay. She was she was the Mockingjay. Hey yo, it's hard. It's hard. You gonna win that man, right? But you're gonna be like, but what did I have to do to get it? So here's my suggestion. Quit defining not meeting a man that's 6 feet or 6 figures as settling. It's not settling. That's stupid to feel that way. It's not settling. The odds of you meeting a guy that's over 6 feet and makes 6 figures are so astronomical. And even when you meet him, you have to do so much work to stand out above the rest. And like I said, you're not Cinderella. You do not have a fairy godmother. So I just think that you can find a great guy. And I know y'all like, nah, Ace. You can find a great guy that's 5 something. You know, he make about 50 something a year and be happy. But when I say that, y'all like, no. You giving me that Monique right now. When I just said that, I felt y'all spirit. Look at me funny. When I said a 5 foot something making 50,000 a year, you was like, no. Somebody said 5'11". No. You gave me that Monique. You sit up there in your little fancy dress and shit, trying to tell me about my life, and I just wonder who gonna love me. You gave me the Monique right now. As soon as I said that, I just felt the spirit just change on this live. Get you a little man, man. I mean, if he 5'7", he 5'7", man. Fee work sanitation, man. He got a nice little job working sanitation. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And paying him $35 a year, $37 a year, got benefits. I mean, it is what it is, man. Why? But he look good. He a good person. What's so bad about that? Why do you feel like that's settling? I don't get it. I just said that. Y'all like, no. Ain't gonna happen. Not me. Not now. Not never. Come on, man. Everybody can't have a Denzel. Everybody can't have a Denzel. Sometimes you got, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes everybody can't have a Coach purse. You know what I'm saying? Some people gotta have a Coach A. You got the Coach A purse. It is what it is. Everybody can't have a Louis Vuitton. Sometimes you can't have a Louis Vuitton. Some people gotta have a Louis Crouton. You got the Louis Crouton. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me stop because it's not funny. I'm about to. Hey, people like, all right, I'm done watching you, Ace. So you can't get the Birkin right now. You can get the Perkin pad, the Perkin bag. You can't get the Birkin. But what's wrong with the Perkin bag? You can still put shit in it. It still look nice. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't got the Birkin. You got the Perkin. You Perkin. That's all I'm saying. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Ain't nothing wrong with the, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Funny story. My mom, when I was growing up, my mom, I used to like Fruit Loops, right? Fruit Loops, yo. Fruit Loops, right? And so, you know, when money got tight, my mom, she didn't shop at like Kroger. Kroger was like our store that had all the brand name foods at it, right? When money got tight, my mom shopped at a place called Aldi. I don't know if y'all know Aldi. Aldi is like, they got all the generic shit right at Aldi. But, I mean, it's food, I guess. But it's so much cheaper than Kroger. And my mom knew I ain't like that Aldi food, but I don't want no motherfucking fruit rounds. I want Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. She's like, it's the same shit. I'm like, no, it's not, Mom. This is Fruit Rounds. That's Fruit Loops, Fruit Rounds. Two different things, man. Quit trying to play with Mama, you playing with my emotions right now. And so one time my mom tried to get jiggy with me, right? One time I was hungry, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna give you some Fruit Loops, right? So I go on top of the refrigerator, I grab a Fruit Loop box, pour the Fruit Loops in, put the cereal in the motherfucking Fruit Loops, and I'm up there just, you know, I took a bite. Something was a little off, right? And I'm like, all right, maybe it was just the bite, right? I was like, maybe I just need another bite. And let's take another scoop. And my mom's sitting right there too. That was fucked up her. She's sitting right there. And my ass look at the back of the box and shit, cause I'm like, man, it tastes stale. I'm like, well, maybe Maybe it's expired. I'm like, ugh, mama, they sold you some stale Fruit Loops. And then she just started laughing. She was like, how can you tell the difference? I was like, what you mean? She's like, all right, I put the fruit round bag in the Fruit Loop box. I said, Mom, you didn't think I was going to taste the difference, Mom? Mom, don't do that. You better eat that bowl of cereal. I ain't eating this nasty ass shit. I want Fruit Loops. So my... Hey, that's a true story. I'm like, what you think I wasn't gonna know the difference? It tastes different. That's why I don't like it. I don't like it because I don't dislike it because it's generic. I dislike it because it's nasty. Fruit rounds. Get that shit out of my bowl. Okay. Get like she literally tried to get me with the okie doke, y'all. Don't do that to y'all kids, man. That's why I got trust issues to this day. To this day, man. I feel like it messed me up psychologically. Going in and imagine like thinking you about to take a bite of Fruit Loops and just fruit fucking rounds, man. Hell nah. She used to always do that shit. Like, I like Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies. I want Rice Krispies. I do not want crispy rice. Rice Krispies. All right? I ain't no crispy rice cereal. I want Fruity Pebbles. I do not want no Fruity Stones. Okay. But that's how some of y'all right now are about not having your 6 foot, 6 figure dude. Like, you know that TikTok meme? The TikTok meme be like, no one to know. Yes, they will. No, they won't. How would they know? How would they know? They will. Don't know. Some of y'all are like that right now with the man. You're like, they gonna know he's not over 6 feet. No, they won't. They won't pay attention. Yes, they will. They gonna know he don't make 6 figures. No, they won't. Yes, they will. So, long story short, I get it though. I get it. The reason I understand your plight is because I don't have to have somebody convince me to eat some fruit rounds. I'm like, nah, I want some motherfucking Fruity Pebbles. So if y'all want the generic shit and you want that 6 foot, 6 figure guy, man, go for it, man. Go for it. I just say it's gonna be hard, though. It's gonna be hard. But go for it. All right. All right. I love you guys. Instagram, stay right there. All right. Hey, this has been another episode of the Ace of Hearts podcast. Thank you so much for listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and any audio channel you can find. Also, for those watching on YouTube, I appreciate you because if you made it to this point, that means you done had to skip through about 6 ads. You don't have to skip through 6 ads to get here. So I love you guys on YouTube. Y'all real. Hey, any other of my platforms, a commercial come on, they like, nah, fuck this. It ain't that important. But YouTube, y'all real. You know what I'm saying? I like that little 7 cents they give me when y'all watch an ad. I love you guys. All right. Peace.